Hi, my name is Casey Gray, and on this video, we are giving you an update on the 3-day cottage.
This is a great way to do a site visit, isn't it, Casey?
Yeah.
It's the COVID site visit.
So currently, we are navigating all of the delays with regards to the pandemic, and a lot of things are still up in the air. Yes, we can issue for permits, at least where we are, we can apply for permits, but we can't be issued permits. We can't start any new construction yet. I anticipate we'll be able to start in the near future, but we're currently even navigating the longer process of, for example, getting the survey team to the site. You know, they had to follow their procedures, so they didn't get to site as quickly as they would typically get to site, and everything's kind of being pushed down the road. I'm anticipating that we'll have some delays with materials, right, as the economy starts to turn back on and the industries start to open back up. So there's a big question mark with regards to when we can actually start the physical construction to this project, but we're continuing to plan as much as we possibly can.
So we did a good job with the first couple of rounds to be able to go through that process. You know, our wish list for most projects is much longer than actually what what we want or what we can afford. The design is simple, which is how it should be in an environment like that. And it gets sometimes you can tell someone who really doesn't understand what being outside is when they make a very complicated building in nature. You really want to have it so that the flows, the views and everything are simple and unobstructed. You're not going there to make your life more complicated.
So as we scaled back, I think we're still above what we had originally anticipated. We're working through the pricing process as we speak. However, we got it down to something that's going to be a lot more manageable and reasonable with regards to the cost to build this design. Jane did a fantastic job of keeping it really simple in terms of, you know, we're not having a full height second floor on the walls, right? I think we start around 5'4" something, but we'll have shorter second floor walls before the roof starts, and we'll have a cathedral portion there. And overall, it's essentially a box, right? So we're keeping the design really simple, but it still looks really nice.
Okay, so how does it look?
Good, you can see everything.
Frozen.
Frozen. Yeah, because this we should be able to see now too.
Look at that. I really hate to think of asking you to do all this when you haven't had breakfast.
Oh no, it's
But I
fine.
assume you've had coffee. So
No coffee. Orange juice.
if anything, we can build it up a foot or two with gravel.
We made a pretend transit with a very tall ruler and a rangefinder to try that had a crosshair so that we can try to guess the elevation between the corners.
I thought I was the
I think-
rangefinder, holding the 2x4
So we were kind of,
and marking with my arm, my finger where it was on the 2x4.
I don't want like a city lot where you've got the house in the middle and you have 4 feet on both sides and you can't get to the back.
So we might need to figure out that if we're pushing it over 6 feet or 10 feet or whatever you end up being, we might need at that point for reference for Jane for on the plan, right?
Yeah.
Because ultimately we don't want the first floor to be dropped into the ground at all.
In one of Jane's drawings, there were some like rocks that were outside of, like she has drawings of the exterior of the house as well, and there were some rocks there. Her plan is to have sort of a deck that then goes to transitions to patio stones and then to stones, and then it kind of like integrates the natural rock that's already there. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so good. I'm so excited. That's really cool. I love that. I want the whole design to sort of fit in with the nature that's there. I think it should all sort of try to work together. So that I'm really excited about.
to have Francois and Kim out there with different measuring tools and devices and scrambling up and down the hill, I think we have a good idea about how it's going to be, and but that's kind of exciting because sometimes you don't always have that immediate access, and we prove that we can get close to it, and we'll see. So it's pretty exciting.
Francois leaned into the camera just as you said get close to it. That was pretty good timing.
If you're not aware, we've started regular Facebook Live interviews every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to have Chris Magwood coming up, and we're actually going to be doing a test with his carbon calculator for this project. So be sure to check out that interview. We're also going to have Jane and Kim and Francois on as well on Facebook Live. So if you want to interact with us, you can definitely join us there every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, we will be uploading the recordings here on YouTube as well, but you won't be able to necessarily interact. So check us out, Facebook, and we will catch you on the next episode.